Hello and welcome to another episode of Space Facts, where we explore the amazing wonders of our solar system and beyond. Today we are going to learn about Mars, the fourth planet from the Sun, and the second smallest planet in the solar system. Let's get started. One introduction to planet Mars. It is named after the Roman god of war, and it is also known as the Red Planet because of its reddish color. This color comes from the iron oxide, or rust, that covers most of its surface. Mars has two small, irregular moons called Phobos and Deimos, which are thought to be captured by asteroids. Mars is a terrestrial planet, which means it has a solid surface made of rocks and minerals. 2. Size and distance. Mars is about half the size of Earth, with a diameter of 6,792 kilometers. It is also much farther away from the Sun than Earth, with an average distance of 228 million kilometers. This means that it takes longer for Mars to orbit the Sun and for sunlight to reach Mars. 1 year on Mars is equal to 687 Earth days, and 1 day on Mars is slightly longer than 1 day on Earth, lasting 24 hours and 37 minutes. 3. Atmosphere and temperature. Mars has a very thin atmosphere, composed mainly of carbon dioxide, with traces of nitrogen, argon, and other gases. The atmospheric pressure on Mars is less than 1% of that on Earth, which means that liquid water cannot exist on the surface. The temperature on Mars varies widely, depending on the season, the time of day, and the location. The average temperature on Mars is minus 63 degrees Celsius, but it can range from minus 125 degrees Celsius at the poles in winter and 20 degrees Celsius near the equator in summer. 4. Surface features. Mars has a diverse and fascinating landscape shaped by volcanoes, impacts, winds, crustal movements, and chemical reactions. Some of the most notable features on Mars include Olympus Mons, the largest volcano in the solar system, rising 25 kilometers above the surrounding plains. Valles Marineris, a vast canyon system that stretches for 4,000 kilometers along the equator and reaches depths of up to 7 kilometers. Tharsis, a bulging region of volcanic activity that covers about a quarter of the planet's surface. Polar caps, layers of ice and dust that cover the north and south poles of Mars, changing in size and shape with the seasons. Craters. Numerous impact craters dot the surface of Mars, some of which are filled with sediments or ice. 5. Water and life. Mars is a dry and barren world today, but there is strong evidence that it was once wetter and warmer with a thicker atmosphere. Scientists have found signs of ancient rivers, lakes, deltas, glaciers, and groundwater systems on Mars. Some of these features may still contain water in the form of ice or brine. Water is essential for life as we know it, so whether life ever existed or still exists on Mars is one of the most interesting mysteries in science. So far, no definitive proof of life has been found on Mars, but several missions are searching for clues in the rocks, soil, and air. 6. Exploration history of Mars. Mars has been explored by many spacecraft from different countries since the 1960s. The first successful mission to fly by Mars was Mariner 4 in 1965, which sent back the first close-up images of the planet. The first successful mission to land on Mars was Viking 1 in 1976, which carried a lander and an orbiter that studied the surface and atmosphere for several years. The first successful mission to rove on Mars was Sojourner in 1997, which was part of the Pathfinder mission that also included a lander and an orbiter. 7. Current missions. Currently, there are 8 active missions orbiting or operating on Mars. These include NASA's Odyssey 2001, which maps the mineralogy and geology of Mars. NASA's MRO 2006, which studies the climate and geology of Mars. NASA's MAVN 2014, which investigates the upper atmosphere and history of water on Mars. ESA's Mars Express 2003, which explores the subsurface and atmosphere of Mars. ISRO's MOM 2014, which measures the methane and other gases in the Martian atmosphere. UA's HOPE 2021, which studies the weather and climate of Mars. China's Tianwen-1, 2021, which consists of an orbiter, a lander, and a rover that aims to study the geology and environment of Mars. NASA's Perseverance, 2021, which is the latest and most advanced rover to land on Mars, carries a helicopter, a drill, a microphone, and several instruments to search for signs of ancient life and collect samples for future return. 8. Future missions. There are many more missions planned for the future exploration of Mars. Some of these include ESA's ExoMars 2028, which will send a rover and a surface platform to drill and analyze samples for signs of life. NASA's Mars Sample Return 2026, which will launch a rocket from Mars to bring back the samples collected by Perseverance. SpaceX's Starship 2023, which is a reusable rocket that aims to transport humans and cargo to Mars and beyond. NASA's Human Landing System 2030s, which is a program to develop a landing system that will enable humans to land on Mars. 9. Challenges and opportunities. Exploring Mars is not easy. It takes a lot of time, money, technology, and creativity to overcome the many challenges that face the missions. Some of these challenges include the distance and communication delay between Earth and Mars, which can range from 4 to 24 minutes one way. The harsh environment and weather on Mars, which can damage or destroy the spacecraft and instruments. The landing hazards on Mars, such as dust storms, rocks, slopes, and thin atmosphere, which can make landing very difficult and risky. The ethical and legal issues of sending humans and robots to Mars, such as contamination, resource use, ownership, and protection. However, exploring Mars also offers many opportunities and benefits for science, technology, and humanity. Some of these include the scientific discovery and understanding of the origin, evolution, and diversity of life in the universe. The technological innovation and development of new tools, methods, and systems for space exploration and utilization. The human inspiration and aspiration for adventure, curiosity, and learning. 10. Conclusion. Mars is a fascinating planet that has captured our imagination for centuries. It is a world of contrasts, mysteries, and wonders. It is also a world of challenges, opportunities, and potential. By exploring Mars, we are not only learning more about our neighboring planet, but also about ourselves. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. See you next time.